Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hope everyone is good. So today's topic is the selection of the circuit breaker. Actually, it's the selection of the rating of the circuit breaker, and as per the rating, we have the size of the circuit breaker. So in the first class, I told you that we do the fault analysis actually to design the circuit breaker. So selection of circuit breaker means design of the circuit breaker. Design of the circuit breaker means calculation of the circuit breaker rating. So we need to calculate actually the circuit breaker rating. Usually the circuit breaker of the rating of the circuit breaker is in MVA. So we need to calculate the MVA rating of the circuit breaker. So in other words, we need to calculate first because at different points we have a different fault current. We need to actual calculation is the MVA calculation of the MVA at the fault point between the fault point in the ground. We have to first assume that at any point a fault occurs between that point in the ground, and we calculate first the fault current between that point in the ground and then the fault MVA. And as per that fault MVA should be equal to the circuit breaker which we will be using at that point to avoid the excessive fault current flowing in the circuit. So in general, we can say the selection of the circuit breaker means design of the circuit breaker, or we can say when we put a circuit breaker at that point, we first have to calculate the MVA rating of that point with respect to the ground, or we can say the short circuit current has to be calculated between the point and the ground at which the circuit breaker is to be installed. So these 3 points are correlated with each other. There are two ratings of the circuit breakers, that is the in terms of currents, rated momentary current and rated symmetrical interrupting current. So first we'll discuss the rated short circuit current. It is obtained by using the subtransient reactance. As I have told you that we have three types of current: subtransient, transient and steady state. So when we use the subtransient reactance, we get the symmetrical short circuit current and it has the highest value. So we design it as per the highest value. But momentary current, which is again the RMS current, it is actually the subtransient current plus some DC offset. Instead of using the DC offset, we can simply multiply the symmetrical momentary current by a factor of 1.6 to account for presence of the offset current. So momentary current can be calculated by simply multiplying the symmetrical current by a factor of 1.6 to account for the DC offset current. So these are two ratings in terms of current for a circuit breaker. But generally, you will see that its rating is in MVA. Now how to calculate its rating? It is given as √3 into VLPF multiplied by ISC, where VLPF it will be in MVA. VLPF is a pre-fault line voltage at the fault point in kV, and ISC is the short circuit post-fault current in kA. So total K and K will come out to be this M10 plus 6. So in per unit, we first select as base MVA, SP, and base kV, that is VB. So SP will be equal to √3 into VB into IB, where VB is the base line voltage of the system in kV, and this voltage will be the base voltage at that point, because we know that this voltage will change as per the transformer ratio. So we need to take this into our consideration. And IB is the base line current at the system in kiloamperes, and exactly at the same point where we have to calculate the rating of the circuit breaker or total fault MVA of the system at that point. So in per unit, to be equal to SPU will be equal to S divided by SB. So S is equal to √3 VLPF multiplied by ISC divided by √3 into VB into IB. Let us zoom it a bit. So √3 cancel out, equal VLPF divided by VB into ISC divided by IB. So VLPF divided by VB is VLPF in per unit, ISC in per unit. So in per unit, this will be the value of the circuit breaker rating, and it will be definitely unitless. So from this equation, you can see here S per unit is equal to S divided by SB. So actual value of the circuit breaker rating, that is S, will be equal to S per unit into SB, that I have written over here. But S per unit is given as VLPF into PU into ISC into per unit, ISC in per unit. So I write this SPU with this equation. I replace it with this equation, that's VLPF per unit into ISC per unit multiplied by this SP. This is the actual value of the circuit breaker in MVA. Its rating will not be this unit rate, it will be in MVA. So in writing, I can write it as like this. MVA rating of the circuit breaker in per unit will be equal to pre-fault line voltage at the fault point in per unit multiplied by post-fault short circuit current in per unit. That is actually this value. So it is in wording. MVA rating of the circuit breaker, that is, it is not in per unit, in actual value. It is equal to pre-fault line voltage at the fault point in per unit multiplied by post-fault short circuit in per unit. That means this line will be same from this point multiplied by base MVA. It will actually the wordings or statement of this equation. So I hope this is clear to you. Now some more simplification in this. You'll see that its value will be very simpler than we have calculated. So VLF per unit into ISP, that is the equation we have written over here. Usually VLPF per unit, that is the post fault voltage. It is, we have used in the previous example as VT. If we are taking this as the rated voltage or base voltage, this will be come out to be equal to 1.0 per unit. As we have seen in the previous example, one of the examples, it comes out to be 0.866 in one of the examples where it was not taken as base. In other case, it was taken as base. So in that case, it comes out to be equal to 1 per unit. So in most of the cases, usually it is taken as base. So VT will take at equal to 1 per unit. So this S, when we take VLPF per unit equal to 1, it will be equal to only 1 into IS per unit, ISC per unit, it will be ISC per unit into SP only. So we'll do some more simplification. This is the same circuit which we have already discussed in the previous class. So VT is the terminal voltage at the fault point before the fault. Here we have named it the VLPF per unit, that is the line voltage pre-fault in per unit, and IF is the fault current which we have discussed in the earlier class, and here we have taken it as ISC. They are the same. So by in the same explanation, X1, you will see that the XTH will be the reactance, total reactance between F and N, that is seen between these 2 points, will be equal to X1 parallel XM, where X1 is XG double dash plus XT1 plus XT2 XTL. I have used the same circuit just to make you understand it quite easily. So the total circuit will be then like this. This will be ZTH per unit. That ZTH or XTH per unit will be equal to the parallel combination of X1 and XM double dash, where X1 is XG double dash plus XT1 plus XT2 plus XTL. So this is the final circuit. So here ISC per unit will be equal to VLF per unit divided by ZTH, and we have shown over here, if we take the base as same as VT rated, as same as this VT, that is the post fault voltage at the fault taken as a base, this also comes out to be equal to 1.0 per unit. So ISC per unit will be equal to 1 divided by ZTH per unit. So I'll put this also over here in this equation. ISC per unit will be, then S will be equal to 1 divided by ZTH in per unit multiplied by SB. That is this equation. So we get this equation. S in actual value in MVA will be equal to SP divided by ZTH in per unit. That is this. So in per unit, this S per unit will be equal to simply 1 divided by ZTH per unit. So this is the standard, or we can say simplest formula by which we can calculate the MVA rating of the circuit breaker in per unit. This one, and then by simply multiplying the base MVA, we'll get the actual MVA of the circuit breaker. In this case, we don't have to calculate different voltages or anything else. One thing is to be kept in mind, that whatever be the voltage at the fault point before the fault, we have to take that as the reference voltage, or we can say base voltage, and as per that base voltage we can calculate the per unit reactance diagram of this system. So then it is very simple. We get, by using these formulas, we can get the value of this MVA rating of the circuit breaker or fault MVA at that point. So I will summarize it in the different points. First 2 points will be same, that is converting this a simple single line diagram into the reactance diagram, then selecting the base MVA, and base kV, and then short circuit all the voltage sources. It is same as that of the Thevenin one, and then calculate the Thevenin impedance. It is between the fault point and the ground. The fault point and the ground, we have to calculate Thevenin impedance. In the previous case, we have first to calculate the pre-fault current and post-fault, pre-fault current and pre-fault voltage. Here it is not the case. We just have to calculate the Thevenin impedance only. And one more thing is to be taken into consideration, that the base kV is to be taken as the voltage at the fault point. So calculation of the fault or short circuit MVA in per unit will be equal to SPU divided by 1 divided by ZT per unit, and calculation of the circuit short circuit MVA or fault MVA or circuit breaker rating MVA will be equal to simply multiply this equation by SV, that is SB divided by ZTH in per unit. In this case, you have to keep in mind this is in actual value, this is in actual, but this is in per unit value. So let us try to have statement of the same equation, that is short circuit MVA rating of a circuit breaker or at any point would be base MVA of the system, that is divided by per unit value of the impedance at that point of the fault. And this is the actual value. In per unit, short circuit MVA rating of the circuit breaker or at that point in per unit will be equal to simply 1 divided by per unit value of the impedance at that point of the fault. So let us try to do some numericals, and it will be quite easy then to understand. A power station with a capacity of 100 MVA has a source impedance of 20% at the fault point. The fault level at that point is, so fault level, it is also known as the fault level. I have deliberately choose this question so that you may not be confused. Fault level, MVA rating of the circuit breaker, fault level at any point, or MVA short circuit MVA at any point, they are one and the same thing. So here the capacity is given as this 100 MVA. Usually 100 MVA is, when it is capacity, it is also equal to the SB, and the fault impedance, that is the impedance seen at the fault point, is 20%. That is ZTH is equal to 0.2 per unit, and this is 100 MVA. So S will be equal to SB divided by ZTH per unit. It will be equal to 500 MVA. That means its option will be this. C will be the answer. Similarly, another question: 4 identical alternators, each rated as 20 MVA, 11 kV, having the sum total reactance of 25%, are working parallel. That is like this. Generator 1, 2, 3, 4, they are connected to a same bus. The short circuit level at the bus bar is, that means if the short circuit occurs at this point in the ground, what is the total short circuit MVA of the system? I'll first convert it into a reactance diagram and then identify the fault. That is, this is actually the bus and this is the ground. The fault will occur at this point. So taking SB as 20 MVA, and these are given on the same value, and VB is 11 kV. You can see in the question itself, these are actually the values on the same rating and its own rating, and the rating is the same. So we'll not change it, because this will also change. In that case, we'll keep it the same and it will remain as it is: 0.25, 0.25, 0.25, 0.25, and this is 1.0. After that, we short circuit this, and we are left only with these reactances, and we need to calculate ZTH between this point and this point. That means when we see the ZTH between this and this, it will be equal to, ZTH is equal to 0.25 divided by 4. So short circuit MVA at the bus will be SB. SB of this will be 220. That is not 220, it's 20 MVA. That is 20 divided by 0.25 divided by 4. It will come over here. It's 20 into 4 divided by 0.25 to 320 MVA. So the right option is this one, C. The last question. We have a simple circuit. The estimated short circuit MVA at the bus bars of a generating station is generating station 1 is 900 MVA, and another generating station is 2. Another generating station 2 is 600 MVA. But what does this mean? That means individually, if they are not connected first, if the short circuit occurs between this point and the ground, the short circuit MVA of this system is 900 MVA. Similarly, for this case, if the short circuit occurs between this point and the ground, the short circuit MVA of this point, this circuit is of this generator is 900 MVA. The generating voltage of each station is 11.2 kV. This is actually the base kV of this. The two stations are connected by a reactor of reactance 1 ohm. So these two are then put together and connected like this. XR is the reactance of 1 ohm per phase. Compute the fault MVA at each station. That means we have to calculate the fault MVA at this point, point A, and this point, point B, while connecting. Individually, we know that The fault MVA at point A is 900 MVA, the fault MVA at point 2 is 600 MVA. But it will definitely change as per the impedance. Now the different impedance will be seen at point A and different impedance will be seen at point B. So we need to calculate these impedances and then calculate accordingly the fault MVA. Now the voltage is again 11.2 kV, here 11.2 kV, fault MVA is 600 for this, fault MVA for this case is 500, 900 MVA. Fault MVA and at A and P will be modified, because as I told you, this ZTH of A with respect to ground first was X1 and ZTH of B and this N was X2 without connecting this. So assuming base to be 900 MVA and 11.2 kV, so S will be equal to SB divided by XTH in general. So for X1, when we calculate XTH, X1 will be equal to SB divided by S1. Since S1 is also equal to, since base is 900 and S1 is actually the short circuit MVA of the generator individually, that is 900 by 900, that is 1 per unit. That means this X1 will be equal to 1 per unit for this base, this fault MVA, and for 900 MVA base. If we have a different base, it will have a different value. Similarly, X2 will be equal to SB divided by S2, it will be equal to 900 by 600, it will be 1.5 per unit. Now XR per unit will be equal to XR into SB divided by VB square, that is XR divided by XB, that XB will be equal to VB square by SB, that VB square SB will come out over here, it will be SB divided by VB square, it is 1 into 900 divided by 11.2 whole square, it is 7.1747. This is the actual circuit. So we need to calculate the short circuit MVA between A and B. So first what we will do, fault MVA at station 1, that's fault occurring between point A and N. To do so, we will compute XTH between point A and N, that is this. When we compute XTH between this and this, these two will come in series, and the series combination of these two will be in parallel to this, and that will be the total XTH. So then this will be the series combination, which is 8.674, then the parallel combination of these two comes out to be 0.8966 per unit. Similarly, then the fault MVA at the point A, that is at station 1, will be equal to SB divided by XTH. SB is 900 divided by XT2, 103.74. That means approximately 1004 MVA. It has modified, it has increased from the 900. So fault MVA has increased. That means if we use a circuit breaker at this point, previously its rating, MVA rating should be 900 will suffice it, but now it has to be greater than 104 MVA or 103.74 MVA to use the circuit breaker whose rating is like this. Now similarly, we can calculate the fault MVA at station 2, that is point B. This fault occurring between point B and N, it is B and N. Now these two will be in series, and the combination of these two will be in parallel to this. So series combination of this 8 point this, and then the parallel combination will be 1.82 this. So here it comes out to be SP divided by XT 900 divided by this, it is 700. This is also increased. So we need to reconsider after calculating the short circuit MVA of these two circuits. So let us try to do one more numerical. This is very simple but similar numerical. We have a generating station of 100 MVA generating station with 6% reactance each, and 150 MVA generator with 8% reactance each, shown in this. So we have three generating stations, two are rated 100 MVA 6%, and one is 150 MVA 8%, and shown like this. The generators are connected to a common bus bar like this. This is a common bus bar from which the loads are taken through a number of 50 MVA step-up transformer, each have 5% reactance. Compute the rating of the circuit breaker on low voltage side or on the high voltage side. That means here it is shown that circuit breaker will be at this point, or circuit breaker will be at this point, because at both the sides of the transformer we have circuit breaker. We have to calculate the rating of circuit breaker at this point and the circuit breaker at this point. So it will be, its equivalent circuit will be like this. This will be generator 1, generator 2, generator 3, and this is the transformer. We'll first calculate it as three impedances. So taking base as the 150 MVA, and of course uh, voltage will not change. Since they are connected to the same bus, their voltage will be same. So when we this take 150 MVA as the MVA base, these two, that one of the generator will have 8%, it will remain as it is. This G1 and G2 will change because they are rated, they are calculated on the rating of 100 MVA. So they will be changed like this: 0.06 into SB2 divided by SB1, that's 0.09. Similarly, for this case, for a transformer, XT is given as 5% of the reactance. So it comes out to be equal to, I think it is, okay, xg1 is equal to xg2 is equal to point, they will change, and xg3 will be as it is 0.08, and xt will be equal to 0.05 into 150. It should have been 50, that is 50 into 51 or 53, so it comes out 0.15. It is here 50 because the transformer rating is there, given here to be 50. So its answer is also correct, it's 0.15. So its circuit will be like this, but this may be slightly different. You can see it is 0.08, this is 0.01. They are somehow exchanged the value. It is 0.09, 0.09, 0.08. You can see it over here. These two have 0.09, xg1, xg2, and xg3 will be 0.08, xg3 0.08, this will be this 0.15. So we have to calculate the fault level at this point or fault level at this point. At high voltage, we need to calculate how they are reacted and then are connected, and at low voltage how they are connected. When fault occurs at B point, that is this, you'll see that the total fault impedance between B and N will be the parallel combination of these three plus this. If the fault occurs in low voltage side, it will be only parallel combination of these three, because this will not come into that picture. So this was necessary to show you, because here it has not shown this equivalent circuit. If the fault occurs on the low voltage side, the current will be restricted by the reactance of the three generators in parallel. You can see from here, the current will be like this, like this, like this. There will be no current flowing through this. That means ZTH will be the parallel combination of these three. You can see it from here. So at 1 by X equivalent will be equal to this by this, this, and this. This is the actual parallel combination formula. It comes out to be 0.02288 per unit. And short circuit MVA, as we have taken the base this, SP divided by this, that is 5208 MVA. It is like this. Similarly, on the high voltage side, X equivalent will be this value, the parallel combination of these three plus this, additional this. That is 0.5 will be added. It comes out to be 0.0288 plus 0.15, it comes out 0.1788. It is 150 divided by this, 840 MVA. So you will see that at different points we have a different fault MVAs and we have a different circuit breaker rating. Here the circuit breaker used should have a rating of 840 MVA. Here the circuit breaker used has to be a rating of 5208 MVA. So we need to keep these things in mind. I hope you understood this thing.